Hello, Seaside Shadows, and welcome to a very unique location. It's Courtney here, and you may be familiar with our Cemetery Saturday segments that we've been filming since quarantine began. At the end of March, we started our filming. And in one of the first segments, I believe the third episode, we featured a pair of brothers from Haddam, Connecticut, named William and George Brooks, who were Civil War soldiers in the 16th Connecticut Regiment, who were captured in the Battle of Plymouth, North Carolina, and who were brought to Andersonville Prison in Georgia, where they endured some of the worst treatment imaginable and worst conditions imaginable. There was no food, no water, no proper hygiene, no care, and blatant mistreatment of the Union soldiers that were brought to Andersonville. Some likened it to concentration camp type treatment. And it turned out that nearly 13,000 Union soldiers passed away due to the prison conditions in Andersonville and are buried at the National Cemetery. It wasn't always a cemetery. In fact, the boys and men that perished from dysentery, starvation, and other terrible diseases here from neglect were buried in trenches, often naked, stripped of all dignity, and never released home. There was one man who was working at the prison and who had been in prison too, who had kept track of the numbers that were assigned to each man's burial, which was no easy task. They got up to 100 deaths a day by 1865. But he took those numbers out and who they correlated with. And a woman named Clara Barton partnered with him, and together they came and identified each and every body based on the numbers, and each and every body here was given a stone. So back to the brothers Brooks, who were brought here after the Battle at Plymouth. One of them was released and made it to Wilmington, North Carolina, back with his regiment, quite sick, and he would perish in Wilmington, North Carolina. One of them was too sick. It was George that made it, to North Carolina, and William was too sick to let go. He stayed here at Andersonville, and by here, that is where we are today. And today we found William's burial place here in Andersonville, as marked by his name as a corporal in the 16th Connecticut. And today we are standing by the monument in memory of all the Connecticut men who suffered imprisonment in Southern prisons during the Civil War. And of course, one of the most notably horrible being Andersonville. So what we're going to do is just give you a quick glimpse of Andersonville Cemetery, of this monument. So step back, take a look at the Union boy holding his hat. Imagine it's symbolic of all the Union boys who came here. And then we'll give you a quick glimpse around this beautiful cemetery in their honor.